Well, what we got here is a set of flint eyes, and if you look real close, you'll see a gold ring around the pupil. I used to paint my own fish eyes a lot of times, and they didn't have that gold ring. Well, I'll show you what I used to do before they had that gold ring. Well, basically what's been done here is the same thing that I would do, or what I used to do. And what it is, I just get a little gold paint. Heck, I'd even use a Q-tip a lot of times. And I'd make an outline of the black pupil that is on my flint. But they've got so many eyes for everything nowadays, you don't hardly have to do it. And then you go ahead and then you can put your other paints on using an airbrush. A lot of times with a crappie eye, there's like a little bit of almost like a stripe that goes up the eye. Yeah, that's about right. About like that. And then you can put gold in there. Well, here's another one. And I'm going to do the same thing to this one. Try to center that stripe. One could be like a bluegill eye with red, and one could be like a crappie eye with gold. I've got red. Now, a lot of times I've had them want me to put more orange. They even had a preference on the color of the eyes. So, I guess it could matter sometimes. But I had one guy, he told me the eyes were too red the way I were making them. So I ended up putting some orange in it. You know, to each his own. If that's how he wants them, that's how I'll give it to him. You know. But just saying, sometimes, you know, they want them a certain way, and you gotta do it. And that's what we got right there. That's what we got. I used a little orange paint, sprayed in the back. That's what we got. It's a real good looking smallmouth eye. And you know, a bluegill eye, you know, depending on the size of the eye. You can see the gold ring really sticks out now. You know, they were already in these, but if they weren't, you can make the gold ring pretty much the way they done it. They just dabbed some paint back there, maybe some acrylic paint or something. Got some gold, mostly gold, a little bit of bronze mixed in too. And just kind of do this eye. Kind of what we got come up with right there. That's a decent looking crappie eye right there. I just wanted to say, this gold color, I used airbrush paint, but you can use acrylic. A gold leaf is real good. I think that's what they use a lot of. And yeah, that's, you know, what I make the halo with the pupils with is actually a good color to do the whole eye with. And yeah, I've seen a lot of them like that. Murphy's Law is always in effect. I don't have a fish that's properly dry. So let's just imagine this is that all this mache is dry and powdery and hard. I'll even turn my thing down here. My Dremel tool down. See, it's still holding a lot of water. That eventually will go away. But what I'm doing here is showing you how to install an eye. How simple it is. If it's dry and powdery, I have it on high. With the fan blowing, dust should be going everywhere. What I like to do is put a little bit of caulk in there. Don't worry about excess. Excess means you put enough in there. Tend to point it like towards the upper lip or the nostril or something like that. This tends to be what I like to do. You may have to really, really push to get that eye in. Now the Wing Cooper Flex Eyes, you can mount them and put them inside the fish, which is what I do have a lot of those. And I use them a lot. Well, only that they're cheaper than the glass eyes. Get your Q-tip. Clean your eye off real good. Now this is saying he's dry and he's ready to mount, in other words. But obviously he's not. You want to make sure it smooths out and goes to the Sometimes I'll even use a little piece of cardboard or something. You know, wet it and get it real good and soft. And a lot of times that gives me all I need too. That looks pretty good to me. And there you have it. That's how you install eyes on fish after they're dry.